Okay, so this video is, I guess, about the whole thing of people talking about FNAF and Dead by Daylight and whatever. And so I guess it was people were, I guess, had the idea of like, oh, it'd be cool to have like a FNAF character in Dead by Daylight, and it'd probably be like Springtrap, William Afton, whatever kind of thing. And then people were like, so like, it was just, oh hey, it'd be cool, just a thought, whatever. Who cares? It probably won't happen, but whatever. But then there's people that like got so mad over just the thought of FNAF being added to Dead by Daylight, and it's like, what the fuck? Like, it hasn't even happened. Like, what if it did happen? Are these people gonna have a bigger like tantrum over something that's like, it's just a character in a game? Like, what the fuck? And then their reasoning with whatever shit why he shouldn't be added to Dead by Daylight is like, oh, FNAF's for like 8-year-olds or some shit. And it's like, the only people that are acting like 8-year-olds is the people that are crying over just the idea of a character being in Dead by Daylight. So, yeah, and again, even like if Springtrap was added, or like some FNAF character was added to Dead by Daylight, like probably have a big tantrum, but also like just don't buy the DLC. Like it's just don't buy it. Just don't play it. Like it's not that hard to just not whatever. But also like people would probably just be like, "Oh, remove the character," which that's like a whole different thing of like people being like, remove this character, remove that character, and whatever, or some shit like that. And then people are like, oh hey, it wouldn't fit into the game, which someone did have a good point of FNAF's mostly just about jump scares and lore, but that's just some FNAF games. Like the first however many FNAF games were kind of about just like jump scares and then lore and whatever. But it's like other FNAF games that aren't the first few like are kind of different. And also, if you were to implement FNAF into Dead by Daylight, like of course it wouldn't be jump scares and lore. Like that's not what Dead by Daylight is. That's like the whole point of putting another character from a different thing into like another thing. It's like, of course the gameplay is not really gonna be the exact same. Like, is Silent Hill the same gameplay and shit as Dead by Daylight? Like, is it? Like, are you wandering around a little place collecting whatever shit? Like, I'm guessing you collect ammo and stuff so you can shoot. Like, I don't know. I didn't really play whatever games, and I didn't really watch very much gameplay of Silent Hill. I probably should, but is Dead by Daylight like that? No. Like, they're not the exact same games, so like of course they're not gonna have the exact same shit, like obviously. So that's kinda like, of course FNAF and Dead by Daylight aren't just gonna be like, oh yes, there's the exact same thing. You're sitting in an office in Dead by Daylight and trying to close the doors. Like, no, that's no. You're putting a character from FNAF into another game. So, of course, it's not going to be the same. So, that's kind of, it was kind of a good point at first, but then I was like, yeah, it wouldn't be like that though, so whatever. You're putting a character from one game into a whole other game, like, it's kind of like putting a Final Fantasy character into the Smash Bros. Like, obviously it's not the same fucking game, but they can do it. Like, no one was complaining then. Like, what the fuck? But yeah, like, the people saying, like, oh, FNAF's for 8-year-olds or 12-year-olds, for kids or whatever, like, obviously don't know. Like, obviously the jump scares and shit aren't scary. Like, jump scares usually they get you maybe once or twice or the first few times, and then it's like after a while it's just like, yeah, whatever, I've seen it a million times by now, so like who the fuck cares? But that's like, of course the jump scares aren't scary. Who said they were? Like, a lot of horror movies have jump scares too. Does that mean they're not horror movies? Does that mean they're for kids? No. Like, what the fuck? So yeah, I don't know. And like also the people being like it's for kids because it has a kids fandom. Like, is Call of Duty for kids now too? Is GTA for kids now too? Like literally every single fandom has kids in it. Does that mean every single thing is for kids now? Because there's kids in literally every single fandom. Like there's no way to avoid that. There's always going to be kids in like literally every fandom. Every single whatever, there's going to be kids. There is literally no way to avoid that. So even if like they don't add FNAF, like I don't think they will add FNAF to Dead by Daylight, but even like there could, I guess, be a possibility, but I don't think they will. But like if they don't, like there's still going to be kids in the Dead by Daylight fandom. You cannot avoid that. So it's just shut the fuck up and stop crying. Like, you're bitching about an idea. Like, shut the fuck up. You're the only 8-year-old I see here. Is the bitch that's bitching about dumb shit that's not fucking happening. Like, whether the teaser is this or that or whatever. Probably not FNAF. Which, I mean, it hasn't been revealed yet. So, I don't know. Whatever. But you're bitching about something that hasn't even happened yet. Shut the fuck up. Like, seriously, it's so fucking dumb. It hasn't even happened, and you're throwing a fucking tantrum like a 4-year-old. And yes, I'm going lower than 8-year-old because, I mean, 8-year-olds might cause a tantrum, but probably not as much as a 4-year-old, like these people are acting. Like, these people are acting like a fucking 4-year-old, throwing a tantrum over an idea. And it's fucking pathetic. Like, shut the fuck up and stop bitching about something that's not fucking happening. Like, I mean, I can say it's not happening because I don't think it's gonna happen. But, I mean, it could, but I don't think it's going to, so whatever. But, what the fuck? But, again, like, these people that say that's for kids, like, they don't know the lore and shit. Like, surface level that they know is probably just, oh hey, someone killed some kids and now they're haunting animatronics. Like, that's probably all that these idiots know, is just that they haunt some animatronics now. Like, that's probably all they know. They don't know anything about the books. They don't know anything further through the games either. Like, they don't really know anything. Like, so I've seen people saying FNAF isn't like gruesome or gory or whatever or horrific or anything. Like, I don't know, but like, are you telling me that someone's literally stuffing dead children into animatronic suits isn't gory? Like, are you kidding me? Like, if we saw that in like one of the FNAF movies, are you gonna tell me that that's not gory? Like, the fuck? Like, I'm guessing FNAF movies are gonna be like PG-13 or 14 or whatever. I don't know really what's the difference between PG-13 and 14. Maybe I have to like check that or whatever, but it's probably gonna be one of those two because I don't know if they'd go for an R rating because an R rating's kind of big. Maybe PG-13 or 14 or whatever for FNAF movies. But like, I'm guessing if they showed the kids being stuffed into animatronic suits or anything like crazy like that, it'd probably need an R rating. So maybe not have that, but whatever. I don't know. But you know, it's kind of just. Are you gonna tell me that shit's not gory or whatever? Or like, if with the books where like a little Springtrap or whatever literally burst out of someone's like stomach or chest or whatever, like it's like xenomorph shit there. And are you gonna tell me that's not like gory or gruesome or whatever? Like, are you kidding me? Or the other Fazbear's Fights book where there was some kid that literally got mangled up because of an exoskeleton suit thing that he was wearing, and he got mutilated basically. And like that almost was the cover. I could possibly even show that cover right here on the video if I can get that picture. Like I could probably get that picture, yeah, and then show it right here. Like, are you gonna tell me that that's not gory or anything? Like, even if you don't or like see it, like kids have very active imaginations, and like I have, like I can literally see shit when I'm reading a book or something. Like I can literally like be inside of the story when I'm reading a book. Like I will have, it'll be like a movie in my head, and it's like I'm sure some kids can do that too. Like other people can like literally see the thing that they're reading in their head like it's a movie. And it's like, are you gonna tell me that wouldn't be like gruesome or graphic for a kid to read and like basically picture in their head? So the whole like, oh, it's not gory or whatever, like that's a complete bullshit thing. Like, shut the fuck up. Like you're a fucking idiot then. Like, I don't know, like even some shit like fucking Friday the 13th isn't even really that gory. Like all he does was axe someone in the head, and that's kind of it. Like that's all I really remember for gory Friday the 13th shit. Like that shit was basically nothing. So I don't know, it's kind of just weird. Like, so like also having it where like, oh, a game has to be scary and like the jump scares aren't scary, so therefore it's not whatever. Like then basically every single horror movie and stuff, like for me at least, like that's like I'm not scared of like any horror movies like ever, or like even horror games I don't really get scared of. Like if you're going by the logic of it's not scary, so therefore it's not like a horror movie or horror game or like it's for kids or whatever, then like literally every single horror movie and horror game is for kids then. Cause like I don't get scared of like any of them. And so yeah, like going by that logic, like fucking Friday the 13th would be for kids then. Halloween would be for kids. Nightmare on Elm Street for kids then. Or Scream even for kids then. Like literally all of those things, all of those classic horror movies for kids now, cause they're not scary. Cause that's, I guess, how logic works. I guess so. You know, let your kids watch whatever they want then. Like, okay, let them play whatever game they want because, you know, no horror game is scary, really. So, yeah, whatever. But it's just, these people are crying over an idea, and it's just like, shut the fuck up. No one fucking cares. You're a fucking crybaby bitch crying over something that's not happening, so, or probably not happening anyways. But yeah, the teaser hasn't really, whatever, as of making this video, there hasn't been any confirming of anything. Like, a lot of people are thinking it's Hellraiser, but I don't know. There hasn't really been any confirmed thing for them showing teasers and stuff, at least. Someone said if you saved the teaser video, then it said something about, like, Hellraiser or whatever, so maybe it's Hellraiser then, I guess. I don't know, though. Don't really take my word for it. Go check it out for yourself, I guess, if you really want to know, whatever. So, yeah. But whatever. People are just being dumb and crybabies and bitching about nothing. So, you know, the usual internet stuff. So, yeah, whatever. Anyways, that, I guess, would be it for this video. I don't want it to be too long. It's already pretty long. like and subscribe if you want to, whatever. I usually don't ask for like and subscribe stuff, but I kind of want to try doing it more just to whatever. So, yeah, I guess bye then.